Yeah, okay. This is 37th Street Radio and TV, and of course, we are out here hooking you up with the best of the best interviews. And today we have a special guest. So, guest, please introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is Abner, known as AVNERLUX. I am a safari planner. I'm a travel content creator, and also I run a company called Ongeri Expeditions, which is all luxury safari traveling.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
as you refer to yourself as a luxury safari planner, so guys would like to know what exactly is that.
Luxury travel planning. So we start with a safari planner. Safari planner is somebody who does, who organizes a safari for you. That's a general word. But when you just call yourself a luxury safari planner, we're talking about a safari planner who plans a high-end safari. Like, we are talking about high-end camps, uh, luxury camps like Angama Safari Camp in Masai Mara. We're talking about and beyond. We're talking about Kichotembo. You know, we're talking about big camps like Kentim, Mahali Mzuri. That's the ones we are talking about. When it comes to Mombasa or Diani Watamu, we are talking, resorts like Hemingway's Watamu. We're talking about the Maji, the Maji in Diani. We're talking about Sunset Chalet, Alfajiri Villas. Those are the camps and the resorts that we book people under. So we usually take them to high-end places, very, very fancy. That's how I can put it.
Yeah, so when you talk about being a planner, I'm very interested to know uh, how you fell in love with traveling. Uh, is it something that started while you were a kid? Did you find yourself uh, in that field and then you just decided to embrace it and you started falling in love, or how was it?
We when I was a kid traveling, we used to travel, but not to these places. But I just loved to travel in general. Traveling is just movement. I loved to travel, just go anywhere. I we just loved that. But later on in life, that's when later on we used to visit some game reserve or national park. As I started to create that perception of like, I loved it. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. So that's how I ended up starting to love to travel. And after today, yeah, I'm traveling. So it's something that started when I was little, and
Yeah.
I'm really doing it right now. It's something that I love a lot.
And then, of course, when you are now fresh from school and you want now to pursue a career, I will also want to know, did you have any moments of self doubt? Should I change my career, or something like that?
Yes, actually, I finished my school, my my KZC in 2014, and then later on, I did not join. I joined college as a mass communication. I dropped out because that's not what I wanted. So after dropping out, I started now soul searching that what makes me happy. So I went into like a music gospel industry. I was there for some time, but still I wasn't happy there. So later on, that's when I was like, no, I think I love this traveling and tourism thing, and that's when now I went back to school.
Yeah.
So I went back to school now to study tourism. Now after studying tourism, now that's when I launched my company, and then from there, that's how we started the whole thing.
Yeah. So, like, you know, in any field, right, in your field in Kenya right now, of course, there are very many. There are a couple of companies. So, I want to understand how do you as a person make sure that you have more skills, you have more information in order to keep you ahead of other competitors in the field?
Yeah, there are a lot of companies. Actually, we're talking about more than 10,000 companies in Kenya. So, you know, and as a small and as a small company coming up, you really need to be creative. One thing I can tell people is when you're opening a tour company, you need to be creative. You need to have unique, very, very unique packages. You need to have, add-ons and selling points that people don't have. And then above all, we usually travel and go and visit these places before we start selling them. It's really, people like people who are knowledgeable about these places than people who don't. So some companies really don't know about these places. They don't even know where they're located. So for us, when we go out there and we look at the place, we experience, and then we come back, we know how to frame and how we are going to sell that property. Yeah. So you really need to be having a wide knowledge. And this one takes a lot of time and takes a lot of money.
Yeah. um, I'd also like to ask you about something that I think you have also faced in your daily operations. Like, you see, in a country like Kenya, if you tell someone that they need to go on a vacation or maybe a trip, they usually think that it is so expensive, you need a lot of money. So I don't know if you have faced this myth in your operations.
Yeah, people usually think traveling in Kenya is expensive, but I can tell you it's not. Well, for us, we do luxury. Luxury is a lot of money. That one I can tell you. But doesn't mean that traveling is expensive. No, 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 no. In life, it gets to a point where you can gift yourself something good, and that's when you can do the luxury. It doesn't mean that you do the luxury traveling. If you have the money, then you can do it. But the traveling is just very cheap, actually. Sometimes you can just, if you have a car, you can drive all the way to Masai Mara, and then you can enjoy that. You can improvise. You can travel on your own. You can take a matatu to Masai Mara. People think that there is matatus to Masai Mara, and then you go, you sleep in a manyata, you go for a game drive, and then come back. That one won't cost you even a lot. That's because that's an experience. There is people who come from outside and they want to experience that. So traveling for me, I can tell you that it's not really expensive. It's not even expensive at all. Like, it's something, but even if it's expensive, the memories, the experience that you get from that, is something that you're gonna cherish the rest of your life.
In terms of safety, I would just like to know what are some of the safety measures, because many of these trips that you guys have, some of them are long distance. So, in terms of safety, what do you really look at?
So when we started traveling, we used to take small cars, and you find that you take a small car in a place that the small car cannot even pass. So we have evolved. We take Land Cruisers, which are comfortable and big and can go anywhere. Further we have evolved. Now we can even take some flights to places like Masai Mara, Loisaba, Meru. Um, these places, you just now, well, yeah, it's risky using flights, but it's safe. It's safe. It's more safe, and gets you to a place where a vehicle cannot penetrate. So sometimes it's really easy to use a flight once in a while, or you use a big Land Cruiser, which can just, you know, go maneuver along these areas.
I would also like to talk about, let me just give you a scenario. Like, a client comes to you, they have the money, and they're saying, of course, many guys don't usually know these destinations. So they just come to you with the money and they tell you that we are we want to go on a trip, we want to go on a vacation. So how do you deal with that?
So first of all, our trips are custom made. They are very, they are tailor made to suit your client's need, client's taste as well. So when a client comes, we usually take them through the process of asking them questions. We ask them questions, like where would you love to go? What would you love to see? You know, which type of camp do you want? What do you want in that camp? You know, so when you just tell them that, then, the more they give you answers, it narrows down to you knowing that this is the right place that they want to go. You can find somebody wants some rhinos. You cannot take that person in Masai Mara. No, we will take them, let's say, in Olpejita or Lake Nakuru. Let's say they want lions. Most of the time, you take them to Masai Mara. Let's say they are talking about, oh, they want a lot of lions. You won't take them to Mara. You will take them to Amboseli. So we have understood these places, destinations. Now, when somebody comes in and they have their money and they want to go somewhere, we usually ask them questions. Now, their answers are going to determine where they're going to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Again, you see, tourism was very hard hit when we had the COVID-19 and there were restrictions all over the place. So I just want to know how maybe you coped. Did you cease operation? Did you change your model of operation? How was it at that time?
Since COVID, we changed the model of operations because we were catering for international clients only, mostly, majority. And when COVID came, the international could not travel. So what we did is that we changed the mode of operation, and we just narrowed down to local traveling. And then also we had an office. We closed the office. Now we started operating from home, which we haven't moved. We are still at home, operating from home. So these are the things that we have been doing. And then we changed to the local market, and apparently the good local market was doing better because the Kenyans were tired of the lockdown, and a lot of people were eager to travel now that international traveling wasn't there. Everybody wanted to experience their own country. The residents were the ones that that helped us during the COVID-19 season. Up to today, the residents are traveling a lot, so it has been working uh, magic. The resident market has been working magic, and yeah, we are like since then we now we try and balance between the local markets and the international market.
With the lifting of restrictions, COVID restrictions, can you say that uh, the business is now stable? It's really picking, or how is the reception when you look at what you have been able to do after the government lifted restrictions?
It's there. It's coming slowly, but for me, I can say when the best time was during COVID times when when residents were traveling. That's when actually, let's say we were making really good money. But after this, we are opening up now. Now because now the local market doesn't travel anymore that much. So now we are back to the international, which is very very slow.
Yeah. What
Which is very very slow.
according to you, you have been in the field for quite some time. I would just like to know, you can just tell guys the some of the best tourist destinations that you personally have witnessed, because many guys, they just know of Masai Mara. Like, many guys don't know a lot of tourist destinations. So you can just name some of them. Guys can look that out.
Yeah, there are really a lot of destinations in Kenya. And let's say I can give you an example of Masai Mara. You've mentioned it, but now one thing what guys don't know is Masai Mara is categorized into three parts. It's broken into three parts. There is the Greater Masai Mara, which is now what people know, and then there is the Mara Triangle, which is like a triangle, like which now people usually most don't know. Now that's where these most fancy places are. And then we have like the Masai Mara Conservancies, where we have like Naboisho Conservancy, Mara North Conservancy, Olare Motorogi Conservancy, where we have a lot of private conservancies. And then now we have Samburu, we have Buffalo Springs, we have Shaba, and then now north of we have this new place called Laikipia Plateau. A lot of people call it Upper Kenya Naita Nanyuki. Nanyuki is one of the emerging destinations and has one of the best conservancies around. We have Old Pejita, we have Segera, we have Sanctuary Olentine, we have Old Jogi, we have Loisaba, we have Lewa, we have Borana conservancies, which have one of the most high-end properties in Kenya. And this is when you hear like the celebrities from outside here in Kenya, that's where they go to hide. Hapa Nanyuki too. That's where they go to hide. That's why you see Nanyuki is being called Little London. That's where the big guys are hiding with all their money. So those are some of the places. People always don't talk about Lamu. Lamu is a very expensive destination, but which is also worth it. And obviously, we have Diani, we have North Coast, Mombasa, we have Watamu, Malindi. Yeah, that's what I can say.
As we are finishing up, for guys who are usually skeptical about traveling, what can you advise them in terms of why should they travel more?
All I can tell them, first of all, is them start even traveling. If they're in Nairobi, they can start even going to Ngong Hills. Just a day trip to Ngong Hills. They see Ngong Hills, they hike, and they feel the ambience of them being in Ngong Hills. And then one day, and then also they do National Park, the Nairobi National Park, Upper Nairobi National Park. They just try and do it. They will start feeling the benefits of traveling, because when you are there, you start forgetting about all your sorrows. It's therapeutical. Traveling is therapeutical. If there is one thing that can help you relieve stress, is traveling. It's one of the best things. You see a lot of things. You forget about all your problems, and the experience is also magical. That's why it's called Magical Kenya.
And for the young guys,
Yeah.
Who are starting out, not necessarily in this tourism field, just any field, you can give them an advice or tell them something that maybe they should look out for, just an advice.
What I can tell them to be patient. Patience is one of the best thing that one can have, because if you won't have the patience, you're gonna lose it. And another thing is, people need to know that you need to trust the process. There is no way you're gonna start today and then you expect that next week you're gonna be growing big. No, you need to trust the process. You have to go you have to go through all the hurdles in life. You have to go slowly, pole pole, and then you will just get there. We haven't gotten there, but we are trusting the process, and we know that one day we're gonna get there. One of the best tour companies in Africa, we're gonna get there as well. So people really need to be, they need to trust the process. And I understand, and when we were in school, let's say in Form 4, we were together, we were doing things together with our classmates, we were doing assignments together, but when we get out there, you find that some people are married, others are having successful careers, Others, their careers are not working well. Others are still in school. One thing I can tell you, everybody has their own stages in life. Don't feel bad that your friend who is right now, let's say, an MD somewhere who is doing well, don't feel bad that support them, because also for you have your own life, you have your own journey in life. So don't really feel bad. Just trust the process that you are in, because through the processes we get verified products, and you're gonna be one of the most beneficial products that a process can ever produce. That's what I can tell people.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro, for your time. Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you. Thank you. You